that a lot of people are going to be mad about it. Oh, get over it. It's amazing. It's fantastic. Honestly, I'm so ready for people in the comments to be going, oh, it's so PC and won't let a gay kiss, blah, blah, blah. You know what? Shush. And there you have it. There you go. Best episode of Series 1 so far, Rogue. This is the best episode, and this is also the first episode that's not been written by Russell T Davies. So what does that say, Russell? Get more writers on the show that are not yourself. The best episode of Series 1 so far is Rogue. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. So this was an episode which I was reasonably excited for. I was excited to learn about Rogue. I wasn't that much excited about the whole setting. I'm not that kind of person that's into Bridgerton, etc. So I wasn't mad about that. I was more interested about Rogue. But I've come out of the episode loving Rogue and loving the story as well. It just felt like proper Doctor Who. To see the TARDIS again was... I feel like I'm not seeing the TARDIS in about 2 episodes properly. To have a scene in there and everything that I've missed so far in this series got delivered in this episode. At the start I was like... I didn't like how straight away we were right into the setting with the Doctor and Ruby, but I mean, the way this episode runs, this episode got me more engaged as we got further into it, where other episodes like Dot and Bubble, even 73 Yards, and that's quite controversial, gets worse as it goes on. Believe it or not though, from what I literally just said, I like the Bridgerton feel. I'm always a fan of someone when, someone from that time meets Ruby from the future, and the language barrier is really, really funny to sort of watch, and I love that. The monsters are quite like, I'll get into Rogue in a minute, but the monsters I kind of not really bothered about, and they're not really massively giving me anything for the story. They're not really anything I'm going to remember, but they're a cool concept. I do like the idea, and it does start really well, where we have this, straight away we have this threat and a murder, and we see quite a lot of murders in this episode as well, which I really do appreciate. And it felt like old Doctor Who. It felt like, the Doctor and Ruby running around, there's a murder straight at the start of the episode for the cold open. That felt like, a Unicorn and the Wasp vibes. Very, very different, but that sort of same vibe where you start with a murder and then you got to find out, and it turns out they're shape-shifting things. But honestly, the best moments from this episode are between the Doctor and Rogue. Now, I did a video a couple of days ago saying that Rogue was Captain Jack. I feel a little bit silly now, but I don't care because I've been proven wrong, and I've been proven wrong very, very happily. I was a little bit nervous because I have gone on record saying that I think the Doctor in any form of love relationships is always a bad idea, but also the people that he normally falls in love with are either companions who are short term, or River Song, for example, who we already knew that she died before the Doctor probably fell in love with her. So for a side character to come in, which doesn't happen very often, I ship them. I like it. Not only did we get a gay kiss on Doctor Who, bloody love that. That moment felt deserved. For me, this done a lot for the Doctor. I've had issues where I've not felt very close with the Doctor, and there were more than one moment where I thought, I know this Doctor now. And Kylie Minogue was kind of iconic when she came in, and the dancing, that was a really, really cool moment. And then it just switches. I love the emotional switch where the Doctor is happy and then really, really emotional, and he has that moment where he's, I am the Doctor, and then we see past faces coming back, which was really, really nice. It normally happens in some sort of way with every Doctor, and that everything fell into place as it all felt so natural, and I understood it. And we didn't get Rogue for a lot of time, really. Even halfway through the episode, because he was introduced quite early, which I'm always like, whoa, we're getting into it straight away, but that gives more time for us to fall in love, and I really have fallen in love with Rogue. Jonathan Groff has done a fantastic job here, but Ncuti Gatwa, another amazing performance. I mean, it's nice to see the Doctor again for basically the whole episode. Felt more like the Doctor. It just felt natural of what the Doctor is, but also Ncuti having his own take on it, because I very much doubt some other Doctors would have danced to Kylie Minogue. So you're still keeping that originality of what he's all about, while also bringing in stuff from past Doctors to lay out this style. Writing was very, very good. Love the Bridgerton references. I'm not a fan of Bridgerton, but I I appreciate that it's a very much well-loved show, and it's a very good show for the right audience, so I think I do like that. The ending bit caught me off guard. I honestly thought that with the next episode being titled The Legend of Ruby Sunday, it made sense for her to die here, and I sensed the twist that it was kind of like the at the end of Wild Blue Yonder with Donna, where the Doctor picked the wrong one, and it kind of felt like, is he going to do it again? But thankfully he didn't. When we got the moment where they kissed, it was then that I realised he's going to replace Ruby, because, yeah. But the Doctor found the ring, and he wears it, and that's going to be revisited at some point. I hope it's revisited. I mean, imagine if, like, David Tennant comes back, so obviously he's going to then regenerate into Ncuti Gatwa, but then this incarnation that we currently know will go off with Rogue, and then the new incarnation will then carry on. Imagine that. Probably doesn't make any sense, but Doctor Who never does. Just the dynamic between Rogue and the Doctor, comparing ships, sharing their moments where, have you lost someone, and Rogue asks, have you lost someone, and they explain how we have to carry on for them. A lot of dark, deep moments here, which I've missed the Doctor. It's been very, very quick, or he's not been in it because he's not been looking where where he's putting his foot. Made me now think that he is the Doctor, and he is amazing at what he does. And I understand his principles, I understand his incarnation now. I never understood it with Jodie Whittaker, and it took me a while for Capaldi because he went on a very, very long journey. But with Ncuti, it's so original and different, and I praise RTD for writing the Doctor, because I always think, how can the Doctor be so different? And not only is the writing, but his acting skills as well of Ncuti is what brings that together. But it's just, it feels right, it feels perfect, feels deserved. Not that he lost Rogue, that doesn't feel deserved, and that scraps me doing a video about why the Doctor falling in love is not a good thing, but there'll probably be a theory video about when Rogue could return, because he's going to return at some point, he's got to. What did you think about Rogue? It's the best episode of the series in my opinion. Do you completely disagree with me though? Leave your thoughts in the comments, give this video a like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Goodbye.